my name is Nancy and this is what I spend in a week. So I do live in Canada. I live in Vancouver, BC, so it is a bit more expensive than some of the other cities. I wanted to preface this video with the fact that I am trying to spend out less in the month of November in terms of eating out, because in October I went a little crazy and I decided to challenge myself this month by only eating out once a week, including weekends and weekdays. I am 26 and I do work full time. I thought it'd be really interesting to record and just to see how much I spend. But this isn't, what I spend week to week. It is just a representation of a small portion of what I spend in an entire month. And I hope you enjoy. So I just wanted to let you know that if I didn't explicitly state that I have spent money, then the item is usually free. So for Thursday, I woke up pretty early and I had cereal for breakfast. I always take some probiotic pills and vitamins. I had a banana and an egg this day as well. I was pretty hungry. And so I am currently walking to my event that I had that morning. Don't always have events in the morning, but this particular one I did. And I also got a lot of free snacks there, which is really fun. I also went back for round 2 because you can never have enough, and I got some coffee. And after that I just went back to work, and I totally forgot to record my lunch here, so I'm really sorry about that, but it was free. It was just a homemade curry that I had, and yeah, that was really it. So I'm just heading back home now, but actually before I went home, I went to the spa, and this was free because I had a certificate that I purchased a while ago, so I didn't need to pay for anything, which is so nice. And this particular night I decided to cook some food, and this was what I ended up making. It was for 3 people, and yeah. Because I made dinner, Felix's friend treated us to bubble tea, and this was just me watching them play. So for Thursday, I ended up paying $35.49, and this was strictly just everything I bought for the groceries for that dinner. It is more than what I normally would spend because I spent at H Mart, which is really expensive, but in all, it was fine. It worked out. So for Friday, this was a fun Friday because it was quite relaxing for me. I didn't spend too much either, but I'll show you what I got up to. So I was just making some cereal, as I do for breakfast. I decided to make some lunch today, in the morning routine that I had. I had some soba noodles that I wanted to make, and not sure why I'm sharing that I had to tie my hair up, but I am. I had a vegetarian lunch this day, so that's me cooking the tofu and the soba noodles. I also wanted some fruit, so I had some pomegranate that I decided to pop into my container. And it was so good. The pomegranate was really fresh and sweet. And this is me showing you the protein that I had. And I also cooked up some dumplings that I didn't show. So that was my entire lunch. And there's this beautiful sunrise in the morning, but it was gone by the time I started heading to work. I do take the C bus every morning, so if you're curious what that's like, let me know. It's really fun. And this morning I wanted some tea as well and snacks. I felt really bad about not recording my lunch yesterday, so I made sure that I recorded it today. And I just popped these vitamins in. I know it's a lot, don't judge me. And then I went to another event. It wasn't a particular event, it was more like scouting vendors that we wanted to bring at our work. And then I did buy some items. I bought some cheese and lemon square, and that was $3.75 and $12, and it was worth every penny because honestly it was delicious. And then I basically waited to hop on the bus to go home, and then I went on a little double date with my boyfriend, and we had lots of good food, and he treated because he wanted to go on the double date. So for Friday's total, the majority of my money came from a phone bill that went in at the end of the day. It was $67.32. Normally my phone bill is actually $55, but I went a little over because I went on a little trip. But in total, it was $83.07 for Friday's total. On Saturday, we decided to go on a little adventure and check out the Capilano Suspension Bridge, which I'll show you in a bit. I decided to treat Felix for breakfast this particular day because he paid for dinner yesterday, and we got some really fun food at Parallel 49th, which is really tasty. So I had this little burger. It's called the Doug, and it's so good. You have to try it if you like, I guess, breakfast burgers. We also had, well, I also had some vitamins and a Tylenol because I had a headache that morning, unfortunately. But being in the outdoors always helps with that. So we got on a free shuttle to the bridge. And I'm really lucky because I work in the tourism industry, so my entrance is also free because of a pass that I have. And I really wanted to get this badge, but Felix wouldn't let me have it because, well, I didn't cross the bridge yet. And I did try to make an escape, but there was somebody in the way and I couldn't go back up and it was way too late. But in the end, it was really nice, so, whatever. So here you will see me catching my breath because of the incredible adrenaline rush that comes with being extremely high up in the air. But it wasn't over because we had to cross the big bridge, which ended up being so nice. So I highly recommend going. I did get a little souvenir that was free thanks to Felix. He got me a little sticker that I'm using as a bookmark. And before we left, we got some chips that I had for a party coming over on Sunday. So far we spent $32.60. I love thrifting secondhand books, and I just couldn't resist because there's one nearby when we were buying groceries, and they're only $1.50, so I spent $1.50 on this book. I was really lucky because Felix decided to cover the groceries this week, and I also picked up some nail polish. It was pretty last minute, actually. So on Saturday, I ended up spending around $45.29. It was, random stuff, so it ended up being pretty high for me. So on Sunday, I started the morning off with the daily cereal. At the end of the week, I actually ran out, which is good. And I had some food in between because I always get hungry. And all this was free except for this notebook and sticky pad that I bought just because, well, I wanted it for work. Had some more food, and Felix brought home some dessert. So it was so good. And then for lunch, I had some ramen that Felix treated me to. And so this was really heavy in terms of food. But I was really, really snacky before my board game. So I went to Sushi California and we ate some more food. This time, however, I did pay for the sushi because there was a lot of treating involved the past couple days. So I felt kind of bad. So I decided to go ahead and just pay for that anyway. So for Sunday, I ended up paying $46.21 for the items. On Monday, it was a holiday in Canada. It was Novembrance Day, probably in the US too, and maybe other countries. But it was a relaxing day at home. But I decided that I had a craving to buy books again. So I went to the secondhand store, and all the books are set price. It was really cheap. I ended up picking up 2 actually. And I decided to try some clothes on. This is the top that I ended up picking up. I thought it was so cute, and I almost bought this jacket, but it was just a bit too small. So I got the red top underneath instead and this cup. After that, I had some breakfast. Yes, I thrifted and then I had breakfast, which is kind of crazy for me. And I ended off the night with some fried fish fillets at the airport with my partner before he flew off. So I basically just spent money at the thrift store and it was $32.69. On Tuesday, I had a no spend day because I went a little too crazy over the weekend. I had my usual cereal, and I decided to have a second breakfast because that wasn't enough. And I was reading this book that I really love. And then I went to work and had some tea. This is what I ended up having for lunch. I did go to my mom's for dinner, so you'll get to see what she cooks homemade for us. It was so good and so filling. I had it with some friends. So on Wednesday, I had my usual cereal for breakfast, and then a sandwich because I always get super hungry. And then I also grabbed a free coffee because you collect those stickers and you get a free coffee from McDonald's. And this is what I ended up having for lunch. It was just basically a bunch of leftovers and random stuff. You know, those days. I ended off the night going to a spin class with my coworkers, which was a really, really good way to end the day. And I was starving, so I had some chocolate milk before I ate any food because I just couldn't wait. And this is what I ended up having for dinner. It's a Vietnamese dish. My sister ended up coming over, so she made me listen to her present as a practice, and she was sleeping over, so I did that for her. And we had some vegan chicken nuggets to end off the night. So that was a no spend day, and in total I spent $242.75. So certain days were more expensive than others, but in general, this is probably a regular week, unless I'm paying bills. Obviously, then it would be much higher, but yeah. Hi, it's me again. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. This is my first video in a long time, so I probably won't get a lot of questions at all, but if you're curious, please go ahead and put them down below. Thanks. Have a great day.